Here on the Bojangles post-game report, I'm Adam Cavalier alongside Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. Chuck, a solid home victory, 98-89 for your Eagles over the Wolves of Newberry. It seemed that you played right with them, handled their tempo, handled their press. You often mention poise, but what kind of poise did your team have, especially late when the Wolves made a late run?
We held on, obviously, to get the win. I thought there was probably about a three-possession stretch there in that last under 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, where we attacked the rim and rushed the shot rather than just milking the clock, and we let it get a little bit closer than we would like. But then we settled and were able to get to the free throw line and then pulled away there.
One of the guys that gets to the free throw line, Jared Johnson, a career high 27 for him. To go along with 7 boards, 6 assists, 8 of 11 from the field, 10 of 12 from the charity stripe. Quality game from your junior guard. I figure we'll speak to him a little later on, but what did he do to take things over at times today?
Well, you have to, and Kev, you know this, Jared is one of the guys on this team that takes this so very seriously, and he's a relentless worker, invests year-round at trying to improve, and he's made improvements in his game since he's been here. And I'm so happy that he gets a chance to have a game like this against this particular opponent because, in all actuality, Newberry has the ability to with the way they play, their pace, their quickness and so forth, to really rattle opponents and opposition guards. And for Jared to come out there in this kind of environment against that kind of pressure and deliver like he did, I'm so happy for Jared. I love him to death. And for him to have a night like this and we get the win, I'm just thrilled.
In his career against Newberry, his totals for rebounds, assists, points don't add up to what he did here today.
And I knew that. And he knew that. More importantly, he knew that. And for him to handle that pressure, the knowledge of that, knowing that he had not had a really solid history of performance against them, then to come out here and do what he did, it speaks volumes to his toughness and his resolve and character. And I'm happy, very, very happy for him.
You take a high percentage of shots from inside the paint, 56% shooting. Roughly a third of your shots come from beyond the arc. Is that about the balance you're looking for in a game like this where Newberry's trying to press the tempo?
Well, we knew last year that we attacked the rim well here, and we wanted to try to replicate that. We know we're going to shoot the 3 ball, and we do that a lot. But I think this semester in particular, we've done a pretty good job of maybe instead of being half our shots, being about a third of our shots. And I think that's some of the reason why you see a dramatic improvement in our overall field goal percentage this semester in particular.
Ish Sanders, 25 points, 4 of 10 from beyond the arc. Needs one more 3 to tie Kyle Moore as the South Atlantic Conference's all-time leading 3-point shooter. But when the threes weren't falling, he was, again, attacking the basket. His game, it seems, continues to evolve even in his senior season.
Yeah, well, this was, again, we've talked to Ish a great deal about how year by year he needed to add different facets to his game, and obviously you're seeing more of the attacking, aggressive attacking by Ish, which not only gets him some high percentage of looks, but it also creates opportunities for his teammates. And for us to have 23 assists tonight, and him to have 4 of those, that's good stuff because people just focus on him and Antoine in particular so much that when they're able to distribute the ball, it really, really makes us more difficult to defend.
How crucial was it? I mean, obviously it played a great role in the final outcome, but a 14-4 run at the tail end of the first half without Carson Brooks on the court. He picked up 2 fouls in the first 4 minutes. What was it that enabled your team to be successful without him on the court after those 2 quick fouls?
Well, Carson's been a kid that's been giving us solid performances, and especially here lately, he's been really, really solid. We have some other guys that were just prepared to step in and do their jobs, play certain roles, and we were fortunate not to miss a beat there. I can't think of anybody that we put in that game now that didn't. Brandon Kelly plays 2 minutes, but they're 2 quality minutes.
Yeah.
They were 2 quality minutes. Josh Rogers steps in there and has 3 assists and 2 of 4 from the field. So many guys just stepped up and did quality things when they had their opportunity. So that tells me they were prepared when the opportunity presented itself, and they capitalized.
Yeah, solid day. This stat waned a little bit later on. For the longest time, I think you assisted on 17 of your first 20 field goals. What about the ball movement made that work?
Well, the way Newberry plays, they really are going to, and you saw it, they extend, they pressure, they have a sort of gambling approach, and that's the reason they are top 10 in the country or number 2, I guess, in steals.
Yeah.
And for them to have 7 steals a night for more or less to cut that almost in half, our guys knew that we needed space, spread them out even as much as we could within the half court, and then really still pass the ball and attack the rim with good solid basket cuts and player movement. And our guys executed that pretty well for the most part.
Chuck, pleasure as always. Congrats on the big W. We'll talk to you Monday night at Gondolier for your coaches show.
Great. Thanks, Adam.
Carson-Newman head men's basketball coach Chuck Benson. We're back to Holt Fieldhouse after this.